Views from the friend zone. I'm trying to reach the end zone. You think I'm kinda sweet and you wanna be friends though? It's cool though. Just don't try to play me for no fool, yo. Views from the friend zone. I'm trying to reach the end zone. You think I'm kinda sweet and you wanna be friends though? It's cool though. Just don't try to play me for no fool, yo. Yeah. Welcome to another edition of the Views from the Friend Zone podcast. It's your boy Real Talk Marv. Happy Pride Sunday to those who partake. We wasn't on last week for Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to the fathers in the room. I know Father's Day is not always recognized, so we want to recognize it and give love, to all the fathers out there.
Yes.
But without further ado, I'm going to have the rest of the panel introduce themselves, starting with my man to the right.
Sensei in the building. What's up, people? I shall not tell a lie.
Amanda, a.k.a. Greedy Guy.
It's your boy Cliff Brockman now.
And our special guest.
Hey, it's Mimi.
This is Amber Ashley Parker, AAP.
Okay. And, let these guys know what you got going on.
Well, we are from the I-95 Live podcast because I am here in Brooklyn. Amber is in Philly. Get it?
I-95.
Okay.
We run the East Coast.
Hey.
Okay.
Hey, oh.
Y'all talking spicy.
Yeah.
As
Spicy
you can see,
talk.
We're black women, so we tackle the issues from a black woman's point of view. We're kind of like the least heard demographic in this country, so y'all gonna hear us today.
That's right.
And you guys represent the most educated demographic in the country, but people don't realize that black women
right
are the
now.
most educated
All
demographic.
right.
Most likely to have a secondary
dig it.
degree after their bachelor's degree and all that. So you got to give the woman the love. But today's episode is a little bit different from our regular shows. We usually try to tackle 3 topics about what's going on currently, in the world, and then we talk about relationships, and then sometimes we might talk about, how we can improve upon as a people. But today we're going to have the battle of the sexes. We always like to have battle of the sexes every so often to see who's sharp. Are the women keeping themselves sharp out there, or the men slacking? And you know what?
It's a question.
It's going to be a mixture of kind of like being woke, and also who knows, relationships or sex better, right? So we're going to have woke questions, and we're going to have sex questions. And just to warm us up, we'll start with the woke kind of questions. Some questions will be easy, some questions will be not as easy.
I didn't study, bro.
Wait, do we have multiple choice?
Yeah, please tell me it's multiple choice.
Full disclosure, it is multiple choice. Some questions won't be, but for the majority of times, it's multiple choice questions. As you can see, I am the moderator. I can't answer any questions. Nobody on the panel knows the questions. So you can see, math-wise, it's 3 women, 2 men.
That's equal.
No. And because
we like polygamy.
men egos, right? Men egos will tell you that,
For them.
right?
That's what I
But
say. Whatever works
to
for
make
you.
it full, to make it fair, the I-95 Live podcast group, we'll ask them one at a time, so it's not ever like
So we're not double
3
teaming.
people team kind of thing,
and we're
right?
not talking to each other.
Okay. So if one person from the I-95 panel is like answering the question and stuff, the other person is like mute. It's like you're not there. So we can keep the pointing kind of. It's still an advantage, but that's the most fair we can make it, right? So I'm gonna jump right into it and start off with a nice light question. We usually say ladies first, but we're gonna do men first because of the numeric disadvantage, right? So,
Okay, cool.
and I'm gonna do it
We can consult.
for the woke questions. I'll let you guys consult, and then once we get to the sexual questions, we're gonna test. You'll already be warmed up, so we're gonna test individually,
chest out a
right?
little more.
So the first question is,
Let's go, Cliff. We got this, baby.
and this question is from the woke. We're gonna do the woke, and then we'll get sexual. So right now it's the woke. First question is for the men. Arthur Ashe was a famous what? And these are the multiple choice questions. Like I said, you guys get 10 seconds to consult with each other, and then final answer has to come from one of you guys. All right? So, first question is, Arthur Ashe was a famous
A, basketball player, B, tennis player, C, track star. You guys got 10 seconds to answer.
B, tennis player.
Correct. So that's one for the men. You see, some of the questions are going to be easy. Some of them might get a little harder than that. So the next question, this is for the woman. So this is how I'm going to do it. The first time that we ask a woman question is going to be Amanda and Mimi, who can consult with each other. The second time I ask a woman question is Amanda and Amber. Okay? All right? So this next question is for the woman. Garrett Morgan is responsible for which two inventions? Multiple choice. A, traffic light and gas mask. B, traffic light and cars. C, gas mask and stop sign. Woman, you have 10 seconds. It's between you two.
That's what I thought. I thought that too. A?
A, traffic light and gas mask. Final answer?
Yes. Yeah.
Correct.
Very good. Very good.
All right.
It was a little hiccup going on.
So now it's gonna get a little bit harder, right?
Let's step it up.
So this is for the men. Still on the woke category. Charles Drew is responsible for which of the following? A, refrigerator. B, blood banks. C, plastic surgery. You guys have 10 seconds to answer.
B.
Blood banks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be.
Final answer is B, blood banks?
Yeah.
Correct.
Come on, man. Salute, man.
Yeah, buddy.
That's my luck.
These women ain't ready. They ain't ready.
They
ain't
just
ready.
answer
They ain't
B for
ready.
everything.
They ain't ready.
That's what they do. Okay.
Whoever's charging their phone, take it off of the...
Charging.
No, it's not charging.
Oh, it is.
Okay. So next question, right?
Okay.
I can't wait till the sex questions are going to be a little spicier, but I got to warm you guys up.
Yeah, warm us up. Get a range.
This is for the woman. Jackie Robinson was the first African American to do what?
Okay.
A, play Major League Football. B, play Major League Baseball. C, hit a home run at Yankee Stadium. Now, Amber and Amanda are eligible for
What
it.
was the question? Because he was.
Jackie Robinson was the first African American to do what? A, play Major League Football. B, play Major League Baseball. C, hit a home run at Yankee Stadium.
B.
Yes.
That's your final answer?
That's our final.
That's our
Correct.
answer.
Okay, so far you guys are sharp.
I'm surprised they get any sports say.
Oh, what is that supposed to mean?
I used to be a professional golf player. What are you talking about?
Here we go. Look at
Things
that.
we did not know. Okay, so now
Tiger Hoods.
Now we're going to the men again, and the question is: he started a Back to Africa movement and was later deported back to his homeland in Jamaica. A, Malcolm X. B, James Del Rio. C, Marcus Garvey.
C, Marcus Garvey.
Final answer?
C.
Okay.
I have a
Easy.
question.
Oh my
Yes.
goodness.
Are we allowed to steal if they get it wrong?
Oh, yeah, it's a good
If they get it
If they
wrong,
get it wrong.
then I'll swing it to you
Not
guys.
the multiple choice ones, because then
But-
it's like they get an advantage.
Yeah,
So now
then
they-
not
the
the
ones
Well,
not
probably
multiple choice,
essay
you can
questions
steal.
then, short answers.
Oh, you know what? You're right. The multiple choice we won't, but the sexual questions,
Short
some of them
answers.
don't have multiple
How am I get a
choice.
sexual question wrong?
Oh, God.
Is that even
You hear that?
possible,
You
bro?
Because
see-
guess what? Some
Is
people
that
do
even
it better.
Possible?
Some people
Oh,
do it better.
Spicy talk.
We'll see about that.
Okay, so let me get back to it. So far the score is 3-2. The men up 3, the women have 2, but it's only been 5 questions.
Okay.
Alex the Black. We gotta get
So the next question, this is for the women, and then
Charles Jones.
you and Amanda are activated.
They gotta be
So she was the first African American to publish her writings. A, Marion Shea. B, Phyllis Wheatley. C, Ida Wells.
They don't know this.
10 seconds.
They
Oh,
don't
10 seconds?
know. Oh, I know.
B.
Which was?
Phyllis Wheatley.
Correct.
They only said it because the names sound the names. The
They
names sound
was stuck,
familiar.
right? You knew that?
I was waiting for her to look at me.
No, I didn't look at her.
I'm saying this
Looking over that way.
I'm gonna do.
She got me
It's
trouble.
6.
She wasn't even
So far the score is 3-3.
Okay.
I'm gonna do two more woke questions because we're already warmed up. Then we're gonna get to the sex. We're gonna see.
Nah,
Let's talk about sex, all right?
All right.
All right. So the next question for the men is: who was the American singer, actress, and civil rights leader who got her start singing at the Cotton Club in New York City at age 16? A. Diana Ross. B. Dionne Warwick. C. Lena Horne.
You see?
Wait, what's that?
I think it was B.
So listen. I'm gonna repeat the
I
question
think so.
and then the answers, and then you have 10 seconds. I can't repeat it again after that.
Dionne Warwick
Who was the
from
American
Whitney
singer,
Houston.
actress? Don't talk while I'm reading, so I'm not gonna read it again. Who was the American singer, actress, and civil rights leader who got her start singing at the Cotton Club in New York City at age 16? A. Diana Ross. B. Dionne Warwick. C. Lena Horne.
Let's see what A or C. I'm not giving Dionne Warwick.
All right, then take it. Whatever.
C. Lena Horne.
Correct.
That's my luck.
Good
That
job.
ain't by luck. I know this. So we gotta make it to where they can, if they know before us, they can buzz in.
Yeah, please. It was
Okay.
Like
so
Spain.
different world.
We'll do that in the sex questions, all
go
right?
ahead.
Okay.
So the last woke question so far is 4-3.
Okay, Amanda,
Is
it's you and I.
who was the last black actress to win the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress Oscar in 2006? A. Hattie McDaniels. B. Whoopi Goldberg. C. Jennifer Hudson.
Ready?
Yeah, 10 seconds.
It's not Hattie, because that's the 1930s. Whoopi, I don't know, has been in any movies. Last person supporting actress was Octavia Spencer, so your C is Jennifer
Well,
Hudson.
there you go. I'm going
Jennifer
with that.
Hudson for
See?
Dreamgirls.
Correct.
Ooh, she named it a
So
movie, too.
far, Battle of Sexes, we see that you guys are woke to know black history. I want to do black history instead of just biased regular questions. At least, I can see that you guys are woke. So now let's see how woke you guys are about sex and what's going on in the bedroom, right? We're going to ask questions because, the men have egos. He just said, who knows more about sex than he is? Like, he think he's Trey Songz. I think I invented sex.
Who's talking about sex? Who's the last one?
Who's the last one?
Anybody got laid last night?
I guess
That's personal question.
Oh, that would be you. So you last night?
I'm a healthy person.
I'm not talking about pleasuring yourself. I'm talking about.
No, self-care, so...
All right.
So,
Let the ladies start this one.
So, ladies first, we're going into the sexual questions, right? And then, so now, the questions are going to have a part A and part B kind of thing, right? So, in the part A, this will be a true and false, and then the part B will be, so what's the number kind of thing. So, we're going to ask a lot of questions. You could get a half a point, or you could get a full point. Or matter of fact, 1 point or 2 points, right?
Okay.
I'm like, it's
Because a
Okay.
0.5 gets weird.
Yeah. And we don't have time to do all the math, so I'll do 1 and 2. So the first question for the ladies, right? In the U.S., most people's number of sexual partners are in the single digits. Is that true and false? And the second part of the question is, we want you to guess what do you think the average number of sexual partners people report. If you answer the second question correctly, or within a 1 or 2 point, you'll get a total of 3 points. 1 for the first answer, 2 for the second point. All right. So the question again. The question.
No. All right. Go ahead.
Okay.
In the U.S., most people number of sexual partners are in the single digits. True or false?
Women be lying, so
It's you and Amanda, so...
Okay. Single digits?
false.
Yeah.
False.
this is America.
This is America.
Twisted, y'all.
We have a heartland, guys.
This is not Europe.
That's the final answer.
Europe.
Final answer.
Final answer is false.
Correct. So you guys got 1 point. So now the second part of that question is,
Sluts in America.
what is the? And remember, only 2 of you guys are locked in. So it's just Mimi and Amanda.
Amanda.
You can't. So what's the average number of sexual partners that a person will have in their lifetime? And you got to answer within 1
A
or
person,
2.
you're not gonna separate male from female.
No, just a person.
Person.
Oh,
American.
So
Average American.
Hard.
It is. Because men be wilding out.
Exactly.
Can we still, if they get it wrong?
Okay.
We should be able to
20?
steal.
So yeah, let's go 20.
20.
I'm comfortable with that. 20.
20. Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Final answer.
Incorrect.
Okay.
So now
can we
for
still-
for 1 point,
for 1 point,
the men. What do you think the average number of sexual
I say
partners?
that's too high. I would say more like
5.
no, because it's above single digits.
Bum signal, you said
I
bum.
would say 13. Let's go.
Are we
Y'all got
counting the
5 more
seconds?
seconds.
Yeah, there we
You said
go.
13?
Yeah, what you think?
12?
12?
I think it's even number.
12.
You guys get a point. The actual number was 11, but you guys were within one.
Dudes be lying on
They
their
lie.
I told you.
Girls be lying.
So,
We lie.
so right now the score is 5. The score is 5 to 5 to 5 because
'cause we
you guys got
won
1 point, right? So now
But we
this.
got control now.
Ugh.
So now this is another sexual question. Not really, but it falls in the sexual realm. For the men, in some parts of the country, girls have to get approval from their parents before waxing to get waxed down there. Is that true or false?
In this country?
Yes. 10 seconds.
Even as adults? Nah.
Man, it's
There's just girls in this country.
just you said in
There's
this
some
country.
weird state laws.
Y'all got
so-
5 more
There's
seconds.
some
True
weird
or
state
false?
laws. I'm gonna go false.
Force.
Incorrect.
He asking a silly question like that.
So
What state is that?
that's the
Oh.
second part question that they,
Is that-
the
So we have to.
so
Oh,
you
too.
guys were false, so they get the chance to still.
Okay.
So
'Cause I have an idea.
we know that it's false. So
We know
for a
that it's
point,
false.
you guys get to guess which state do you believe that a minor would have to, or someone would have to
Do we
get
get a
permission.
hint at what region of what quadrant?
Yeah.
No,
No, damn. That's all.
I think I know. 'Cause There's
Looking
one
at you.
state that's like super.
I'm thinking
Conservative.
heartland of America. Like Utah.
I was
Is that your
thinking,
final answer?
What are
You
you
got 5
thinking?
more seconds.
What do you
where's
think?
polygamy? Wherever
Utah.
polygamy
Yeah,
is?
that's
Yeah,
it.
Utah.
Incorrect. Missouri. Missouri requires minors to have parental consent before they
I
get
would never
bikini
guess.
waxing.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
You was close though, because Missouri
Who
almost
even
is the
thought of making
heartland.
that a
Well,
law,
Missouri's like.
Who thought
Missouri's
about
still
that?
lot of
like.
weird
Tennessee,
laws.
you can't have
Missouri's
someone
still like, I
else's
guess.
Netflix
Is it
password.
west of?
It's illegal.
So Missouri west of
Is it
Illinois,
legal to have somebody's
Indiana?
Netflix password?
In Tennessee.
Yeah.
Or is it
So-
Missouri west, right?
The next question is for the men.
So you're still tied, right?
Still tied at 5-5. So
That's gonna change.
this question, I'm just going to make it merge
Okay.
just for 3 points if you get both parts, right?
Okay, cool.
And then if you guys only get one answer right, they get a chance to still point. So, which has more sensation? It's kind of easy. The clitoris or the penis? Man,
Clitoris.
Yeah, 100%.
correct. So you guys get 1 point for that. So now I'm going to guess, right? And I'm gonna give a partial hint. It's in the thousands. How many nerve endings you think the clitoris have, and how many nerve endings you think the penis has?
We gotta get both?
Yeah, but
Okay.
you could be within a 2,000.
Oh, 2,000
Range, right?
2,000 range. It's in the thousands?
Mhm.
They're different though. The nerve ending.
Yeah.
the clitoris,
We
the
already
clitoris has
said
many
the clitoris
nerve
has more,
endings.
right?
Okay. What'd you say,
It's
bro?
a tough one.
I bet you they don't even know when they got a clitoris.
Yeah.
So y'all got 5 more seconds, and then the woman gets a chance to answer.
6,000. That's a nice number.
6,000?
So, but you got to tell me what you think the clit has and how much the penis has.
6,000 for the clit. The penis, probably 2.
Probably 2,000, and then the rest.
And I said you guys were allowed to be within
2,000.
2,000 range. You guys are correct. You
What?
got 2 points. The actual number is the clitoris has 8,000,
8,000. Thank you. If you'd have let me steal.
and then the penis has 4,000.
Oh, so,
So
it was
it's
2
2 to
points
1.
each.
It's
I
2 to
didn't
1.
even know that.
Yeah.
Erica Badu was going to get that one.
All right.
I be knowing.
So now the score is 8 to
A lot of
5.
nerve endings.
Right. So now it's So the question is, I want to give you guys a good chance to get a 2-part.
I'm trying to help them, bro. They don't need no help.
I want a nice 2-part one. Okay, so the question, right, for the ladies. So now, I believe is it Amber and Amanda who's up?
Yes.
Okay. 2-part question. Do guys have a G spot? Yes
your
or no?
face.
And if you do believe they do, where is it, ladies?
Okay.
Who said that? I know this.
Yeah, I do believe they do.
Okay.
And the easiest entry is actually through the anus. But
Oh, wow.
most people would say, like, the grundle area. Between, the little
I
playground.
understand you know
Playground?
where the entering is. I need you to actually give me some kind of anatomical name of the area.
And you got 10 seconds, so
10
It's
seconds.
not
So you guys said yes. That's true. So you get 1
1
point for
point.
that. Where is
I know
it?
this. I know this. I know this.
5 more seconds.
Damn, Mimi, I wish.
I can't remember what it's.
3,
It's like a rectal one.
2, 1.
Somewhere in the rectum,
Prostate.
Prostate
gland.
Prostate
gland.
gland.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I couldn't
fine.
remember.
Did y'all know? Y'all didn't even know.
I knew that, but men are uncomfortable.
I don't want to know.
Men are uncomfortable with acknowledgement.
All I knew was
Hit
it
my
was
G
a gland.
spot. Give me a prostate exam.
And you know it's something crazy that obviously heterosexual men don't think about it. As our G spot being our prostate gland, there is a chance that homosexual sex is more stimulating than our sex.
Yeah, what you guys, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that's why I knew it was.
Because
I
we
don't
don't,
need
we
all
don't.
that
I
stimulation.
understand that, but we don't get it.
I got 4,000 nerve in penis.
But that's what I'm saying.
But there's
But
some more.
what we fail to realize, you understand, as men, most of the time, unless you like freaky stuff, we're not even having sex, stimulating our G spot, where we aim to stimulate their G spot during sex.
That's
I
a
ain't trying to
sacrifice
convince
we
you.
make for women.
I ain't
And
trying
they
to
don't
convince you to
appreciate
do
that
anything
shit.
else.
We
But that's a fact that we
sacrificing
can
for
put out
y'all.
there.
that's a fact.
We sacrificing for
Okay.
y'all. That's it.
So far the score is 8-6. The men are up.
It's not looking good for you, ladies.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is that what we doing?
Yeah, that's what
So
they're doing.
that's right. This how
Just get it back.
Okay,
We
so
have 1 point.
Let's go, bro.
so the next question. This is for the guys. 2-part question. Okay, so if a guy has a small flaccid penis,
What a shame.
Why did
Cliff, we gonna get this wrong, bro. We don't know this.
if a
We
guy,
gonna get this wrong.
I'm definitely gonna get this one. I got a size 12 right here, so
listen,
I don't know what's going on.
What's up laughing at that, right?
so the question is, if a guy has a small flaccid penis, will it be? It won't be much larger when it's erect. Is that true or false? And is that question confusing?
Look at me.
No,
It's not for you guys.
impossible that it'll- yeah.
So it's a 2-part question. So if a guy has a small flaccid penis, will it be much larger when it's erect?
First answer.
And then the second question is, what is the average size of an erect penis in America?
Okay.
Oh, I know this.
I would say if he has a
A s-
small,
If his
flaccid
penis is small when it's not hard,
oh,
is there a chance that
it's
it can
harder.
get much larger as erect, or is it going to be
what is
small?
considered much? Is it gonna get larger when he's erect?
We know
Nah,
that,
he
but the
read
question.
10 seconds.
So I don't understand. Much? What's considered much? How many inches more?
Oh my gosh.
That's a layup question.
All right,
The second
so-
part is what's the average?
I don't think it's gonna
I
be
think
much larger.
I think the average is about 5.
Answer the first
say
question.
average
Will it,
is
if he has a small,
6.
soft penis, does it conclude that he's going to have a small, erect penis?
Yes, I think so.
No,
A small.
no.
Oh, he could be a grower, right?
That's what I'm saying. No,
Grower, not a shower.
No.
All right, so I'm gonna go with Cliff on that. No.
Correct.
Okay.
So that's 1 point. So the second
Okay.
question is, what's the average size
I
of
would
a
say
male
6.
erect penis?
5.
You say 5?
5.5 or something.
So what's your final answer?
5.5.
You guys are correct. The average penis in America erect is between
I don't know about that. I'm
5 to 6 inches.
I was gonna say sex.
That's right.
So,
Ladies,
it's
we do-
11 to 6.
We're killing y'all ladies.
I don't do average.
I take massages after this is over.
11 to 6.
Throwing it out there.
Don't.
Yeah, y'all taking
Right,
an L
so-
today.
The next question is for you
That's
guys.
you and Amanda.
So,
This is rigged.
so,
They need help. Come on. Hook 'em up.
so this question is going to be for 3 points,
Okay.
right? It's only a 1-part question.
He adding points to help him. I know.
No. After
nice
the
guy.
bedroom, what is the second most popular place people have sex?
Ooh. Can we
Kitchen.
still?
And it's between.
Kitchen?
Do you want to say
Kitchen?
that?
You want to go to kitchen?
Yeah,
You
I
take
would
that
say
there?
kitchen.
Kitchen.
Can we still?
Is that your
Is
final
that a
answer?
final answer?
No, because I feel like the shower is.
All right, so we'll go with the shower then.
So is that your final answer?
Do you want to do it? If
5,
you feel like kitchen is
4, 3,
2.
We'll go with Mimi's
Okay,
answer,
so
shower.
shower. Incorrect. So guys, you get a chance to steal. What is outside of the bedroom? What's the
Outside of
second
the
most
bedroom?
common place to have sex?
Living room, bro.
You think it's living room? I was gonna say the bathroom.
Netflix and chill. You say the bathroom?
Say the bathroom.
Does the shower count as bathroom though?
No, the shower would have, but
So it's not.
so 5,
I say living room. Bro.
4, 3,
Living room.
2, 1. Final answer is living room.
Yeah, living room.
Incorrect. The car.
Oh
Wow.
Think about it. Think about that.
I got mini buns in the car.
I didn't say the house. I said outside of the bedroom. What is the second most common place to have sex?
That's true.
Backseat of my Jeep. Let's swing an episode.
You know, I'm 5'10". That doesn't always work out for me.
But how many people
car, yeah.
who are out here doing their thing like, yo, I can't take this person home. I don't got money for the telly.
No, I've done.
I do
wild
got a
stuff.
car though.
I've done wild stuff. Well,
I do got a car though.
Well, SUVs.
Backseat of my Jeep. Let's swing an episode.
remember-
Smaller than SUV, right?
My first car was a Dodge Durango, so a lot of times that joint went down.
So, just a reminder, the scores are still 11 to 6. Okay?
We're killing
But
them.
we have more sexual questions, so you guys have a chance to
I
come
can
back.
always steal.
All right? So, that question was for the ladies, now it's to the men. We're going to get a little more difficult with the questions, right? So, the questions are going to be 2-part. If you answer the first part, you get 1 point. If you answer the second part, you get 2 points. Total for 3. So, the word clitoris.
The word what?
The word clitoris.
Clitoris.
Mm-hmm.
What?
I hate you for that.
What I just said?
Huh?
What
I
was
said
this?
Greek. Greek word.
You should have let me finish. What language
Oh,
does the word clitoris come from, and what does it mean? So the first part is what language for the fellas?
Hey, you already said it.
comes from the Greece. The Greeks.
Is that your final answer?
That's
Is it
fine,
multiple
isn't it?
choice?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
I don't know how he knew that. So, but what?
watch the
Literally
spelling
every
bee.
medical term
I watched
comes
the
from-
We watch
Okay,
in
so
Southside. We watch
answer
a lot of real sex.
Answer the question. So
What is
what does it mean?
Pleasure Palace.
Ladies.
They don't know what it means.
You guys get to still. If you guys got 5 more
It's
seconds,
porous.
if they don't answer.
Do you want to seal it?
5.
We can.
What you think?
Wait, you gotta let them
Like
finish. I can't.
entryway.
4,
All right, yeah, I know.
3,
Pleasure of
2,
nerve and
1. Answer.
entryway.
Incorrect. So, ladies, you get a chance to steal it for 2 points.
So, do you know anything?
No, you go ahead.
So doesn't it mean like little,
Penis.
like chestnut or something like that?
Is that your final answer?
I'm going
Like little
with it.
walnut. It's like something little.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Incorrect.
Okay.
It's for divine and goddess. Like.
Oh, okay.
Divine and goddess.
Taurus.
Wow.
It ain't
So-
nothing but a little penis.
It's like devos in Greek, though.
That doesn't make
Well, maybe
it
it's
gay.
modern
a
Greek,
female's
so
penis.
Actually, that would be backwards. If penis is enlarged. Like,
So I'm gonna ask you a 2-part question.
okay.
If you answer the first part, you get 1 point. You answer the second part correctly, within a two frequency answer, you still get 2 points for a total of 3. So, this is a true or false question, and the second part is a number question. Okay, so the first part is, married people are more likely to masturbate than single people. True or false?
True.
And then the
I think
second,
that's
the
true.
second question is, what is the average number of erections for a man in a day?
First
So-
answer is true.
First answer
It's
was
true.
true, yeah.
So that's your final answer?
Yeah.
Yes.
Correct.
Way more.
Okay, so
Married
that's
people
Y'all
7.
have less sex.
That's 7 to 12, and
Yeah.
then so now for
So
2
I've heard
points,
married people have
for 2
less sex.
points, right? You get to add how many erections you think a man has within the 2.
Within a day?
Yeah.
Come on, help me out.
Erections within a day.
We get to steal.
I can't tell us if it's in a double or
It's
single
not
digits
fair.
or no.
It's not
No,
fair.
that's too
No,
much.
that's too much.
Alright.
You guys get within the two frequency.
Oh my God, can you imagine getting hard 15 times a day?
No. Okay, so we're gonna do that. All right.
Sometimes the wind blows,
You
baby.
guys would like
Sometimes
die.
the
I
wind
would
blows.
go
Don't
with
talk
5.
to them. I don't want them.
Five.
I would go with 5. I'm not
Sometimes
going
the
with
wind
15.
blows.
Is that your final
Yikes.
answer?
Yeah.
Depends how good the girl
Incorrect.
can work.
Okay.
So you guys get a chance to
It's more than
steal.
5.
So
It's not 15 though.
what's
But-
the average number of erections a man gets
8.
per day?
Say 8.
8.
You think personally?
Personal
God.
personal
You might
experience.
have a
8.
disease, man.
8.
What?
You guys got 5 more
think
seconds to
Hey.
answer the
Out
question.
here.
Is 8 your
Oh
final
my
answer?
goodness.
Within 2.
Going like, let me think
I think
personally.
it's
It's
higher.
higher.
I would say 10 on
8. 8 is solid. I'm telling
5,
it. 9.
4,
Go in the middle.
3,
9.
2. Is 9 your final answer?
9.
Incorrect. I don't know who they interviewed, but
It's like
20 erections a day.
you. Wow.
He still wouldn't have gotten it.
11.
It's
Listen.
been 2
11.
Wow.
Hear me out. Let me finish.
What
What is the
11
threshold?
during the day and 9 during the night for a total of 20.
Oh,
That's
you
a
mean
lot
while you
during the
sleep?
daylight hours. And what is the threshold for erection? Are they talking like full
Well,
snap?
you see, that's too technical. That's too
I don't
technical.
know how
I don't feel healthy. When I heard that, I didn't feel healthy. I don't think I had 20 erections a day, yo. I think
actually
maybe
think-
10.
He said I
10
didn't feel
sound.
healthy.
I think you're.
But when
I
they
think
say at
that's
night, they mean during your sleep.
But
I'm
during-
not here
That's like
appalled.
true.
we have
I
different we have
two
different
sons,
stimulus
and
during the
I-
day and different stimulus at night.
Yeah.
So they
Oh, see, I didn't account for the night erections.
So all
You
those
know, I
girls
was just
who
thinking
Day.
during
have
the day.
stimulation
Day and
conditions,
night.
But
they really
you
shouldn't
can't
be shit.
We said what they said.
Like,
20.
They-
20.
No, what they say though.
I said
They
15.
said 5.
I was thinking 15.
I thought 8. 8 is a lot.
20?
Y'all touch us
My
the right way.
goodness.
You'd be like, oh,
That's why y'all
hi,
hoes.
Bob. Oh, hey, how you doing?
That's
So
why y'all hoes, okay?
women, we're going to ask you. It's the woman's turn, right?
Yeah. No, it's our turn. We was trying to steal.
How so?
Oh, no, it's your turn because we missed the steal. You're right.
So
Ladies.
the question now, the score is 7 to 12. The
Okay.
question now is, it's a semen related question.
Okay.
So
Skate, skate, skate.
Amanda, here we
You
go.
can't not laugh when
first-
somebody says
these are hard, right? So
hard. You see what he did there?
I didn't even think about that. But
These are hard.
if you, this is gonna be, and I'm not being favoritism, but it's just a hard question. So if you answer,
Large leeway.
if you miss the first one, I'll still give you a chance to answer the second one.
Okay.
And if you get either one right, you get the full 3 points.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay.
So
Do we have bonus if we get both right?
if you get both right, you get 5 points.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna
They ain't
give
gonna
y'all
get both
I'm gonna
right.
give y'all one of those questions too, because I have to be fair.
You
Right.
trying to let them catch up?
I want to be fair.
So
So
it seems like
Please.
a teaspoon of
Right.
semen contains how many calories? One. The second part of the question is, a sperm takes how long to move 7 inches?
Okay.
And I believe it's Amber and Amanda who's locked in,
I
right?
got the
Yeah.
fast swimmers, baby.
So can you just repeat it
Like
one
you
more
still-
time?
Yeah,
so I
sure,
have
sure,
it correct? Sorry.
And please, guys, don't talk me between questions because I want to get a chance
Okay.
here, right? A teaspoon of semen contains how many calories? And a sperm takes how long to move 7 inches?
Okay.
I say 10 calories.
I hope you're not Googling on your phone. There's no Googling. Okay.
Oh, no.
Semen is
okay.
all protein and it has a lot of carbs because it moves really, really, really fast.
Semen has carbs. I didn't know that.
Yeah, semen has carbs. So if you're keto, just don't.
Just don't swallow out.
She knows.
Excuse
I thought it was all protein.
Yes, let's go private
I
school.
thought it was all protein.
Or med school.
All right, but you guys are eating up your time.
Oh.
10
So
seconds.
calories, 1 teaspoon.
I say 10 calories, no?
A little
What?
higher.
Oh, higher?
Let's
Big bro, that was longer than 10 seconds, bro.
40 calories?
I'm gonna say 40
Final answer?
teaspoon. All right, it's 40.
That's final answer? Incorrect.
How many?
5. She
5.
was closer.
We were closer.
Only 5. So,
What'd you say?
you still get a chance to get 3 points if you answer this
And
correctly.
if we said 10, do we have a range to work with for the second one?
I didn't say a range, but
You didn't, but
But since I'm giving you a chance to get it wrong and still get points, I was going to do because you have a lot of chances.
okay, that makes
Right.
sense.
So the second part of that question was, and you can still get 3 points.
Okay.
Is how long does it take a sperm to move 7 inches?
That's about the size of the penis. Some 7 inches.
Well, some people.
for
not
some
the
people.
average.
What do you think?
They move fast.
They're moving really fast. How long? Seconds. We know that.
5,
8 seconds?
4,
Go for it.
3,
Go for it.
2,
8 seconds?
1. That's too
Because I don't know the miles.
Is that your
per
final
hour.
answer?
This is a miles per
I
hour.
can't. No, I can't remember the miles per hour,
Is that
so I
your
can't
final
do
answer?
that.
They 10 seconds.
I'd rather go with your answer.
Or 5 seconds. 8 or 5 seconds. Which one?
You make the call.
We got to lock in now.
5 seconds.
Incorrect. It takes 1 hour
1
for
hour.
a sperm to move 7 inches.
That's
That's why
at
after sex, when you're trying to, what's the name? Sometimes they make you stay in the bed for an hour in certain positions to
Oh,
allow
so
the
it
You're
goes
trying to
sperm.
get
back.
pregnant, you like lay back and you
Yeah.
put your
So-
legs up.
Oh, I got
Oh,
pregnant.
you know why?
So
They're
Me
right.
too.
Yeah.
Me too. You know.
Twin boys.
I don't have
When you
children.
fall asleep after that.
So the
you
score is still
knocked up.
the score is still
You know,
7-12.
Because when it's coming out in ejaculation, it's being
Yeah, it's like
forced out.
Run
So
through
yeah,
the
it is a
toilet,
But if
sucker.
it's just in there, it's like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
You can do it.
So now this is a question for guys,
Nigga, look who's talking.
and then
That was a good movie.
All right, we're showing our age in here today.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
so I'm trying to give you guys
I
also
think
now
just take it easy on him.
a
Cliff.
two-part question.
We are killing them.
By luck.
So a two-part question, right? Is if you answer the first question incorrectly, you get to answer the second question. If you answer both questions correct, you get 5 points. If you answer one of the two, you get 3 points, right? So the first question is, throughout the United States, approximately what percentage of the population identifies themselves as gay, lesbian, or bisexual? And the second question is, what do you think the purpose of pubic hairs are? And what scientists believe it is?
Okay.
I think the first
Do we
answer-
get a like a margin of error for the first
No,
one?
because it's a two question. You're
What
going to get
percentage
points.
is gay. It's gay.
Gay,
The whole
lesbian,
LGBT.
the whole, yeah.
I think
The whole
33%.
spectrum.
33%.
Yeah.
That's a large number. The whole country. It's Pride today, right?
Yeah.
I think that's too large, though. I was
You
thinking
guys
Have
got
to do it.
five more
20.
seconds.
What? No, let me
I'm wrong with you
We
then.
get a question about pubic.
So your final answer is
Right.
23%.
we going with LeBron.
23.
23.
Incorrect. Now I don't agree with this, but this is sometimes the internet is right or wrong.
Yeah.
It's 4%,
Only 4? That's small.
which I believe a lot of people hide.
Because there's a lot of
right
down low.
Yeah.
down low.
Yeah.
But 4%, just imagine.
That's a low though.
To me,
4%
Them
it's
parades be
sad.
packed.
To me, that's
Them
sad though,
parades
right?
be
Because
packed.
that's a large percentage
You
of
know
people
it's
not
more
living
than
their
4%.
truth.
Exactly.
That's a
know
large
it's more
percentage
than
of people
4%.
not
Come on
living
out,
their
baby.
truth.
We love you.
You know what I'm saying?
I wonder who they're.
You
like,
think
referring
everybody
to,
gay,
whether
Cliff?
it's
You said
like the youth,
33%.
you know what I mean?
Right? He's like, that's
It
hard.
feels that way.
33.
It feels that
That's
way
almost 50.
because when people are out and about, it just feels so much like they're representing a whole bunch of people, but it's still a small.
But you know why? I
people are
think 'cause
so
where we're
afraid.
at in New York,
Yeah,
you see it more
It's
often.
open.
In those
Yeah.
other states and stuff,
it's so hidden.
That's
There
why-
it is. And
yeah,
you
that's
can't
true.
forget this
Hidden.
country
Okay,
is
so
largely
then
Christian,
you guys didn't
so-
get that, but now you get to answer the question. And think about it. This is scientific, right? What do scientists believe is the true reason for pubic hair?
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah. Cause
maybe warmth? Warmth. The hair. You don't want that box to be all
I don't have
open
no
and-
clue on that question. That question is pretty hard.
Your face is
But I mean,
for bacteria. That's what you said. Eyelashes? She's like just like the eyelashes.
you can't be stealing from us.
yeah, you can't.
This is bacteria.
You got 5 seconds.
I'm
We're going with bacteria.
Incorrect. But I think
Good,
to be
that's
honest
what
with
you
you,
get for stealing.
I
Trying to
would have
steal.
answered it the same way. And this is science. Scientists believe that pubic hairs was to trap pheromones and juices to bring people in. You got to think animalistic. So when your juices are on your pubic hairs, it's supposed to be like, you know, people around
oh shit,
can
she
smell
ready.
that.
Yeah.
So why are they saving that shit then?
I don't know.
Throwing you off.
But you understand, we weren't naturally made to wear clothes and stuff like that, you know?
Right. So it was like, she ready.
We kind of developed into doing
That's
that
right.
kind of stuff.
That's right. We
So it's
supposed to
still
be out there
7-12.
bare buff. I thought it was to keep it warm.
That was
you know, it's cold out there. When we
It's
bare
already
buff,
warm.
It's
Our legs
warm.
are
Oh,
closed.
thank you.
Yeah,
What?
It's already warm.
Like it's chilly or something.
Your
like,
hypothalamus keeps your whole body warm. So, like, if
but
your
the hair
thyroid
on
and
our
stuff-
skin, right?
It doesn't keep it warm. It doesn't keep it warm.
That's not warm. Isn't it like our fur?
We have a stronger hypothalamus. We keep it warm.
What is that?
I don't know. I don't maybe.
AC just
Is it the air conditioning?
Yeah.
All right, so who's it? That distracted me.
Sorry, it's Mimi and the man.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's the woman's turn.
I'm ready. Let's go.
All right, and so just because we're coming close to time, like
running out of time.
I'm still doing the 5-point questions where it's 2-part. If you answer one,
Right.
right?
1 for 3 and then both for 5.
wow.
Yeah.
They need it. They not getting
Yeah, y'all didn't get the
We're getting
last
these
couple
number
ones either.
questions.
Okay, so this is number questions, and this second part, I think I heard someone have a bigger number than this, but we're gonna go from what they have here, right? So, couples in what country? No, I'm gonna keep it within this one question, right? So, A and B, and then if you answer either one, if you answer both of them, you get 6 points. Right, I'm gonna up it up because we got time. But if you answer one or the other, you get 5 points. Right, I'm really trying to and y'all gonna get the same thing. So,
Financial help.
couples in what location have the most sex, and then also for a bonus point, what do you think is the second place? And then, the second part of the question is what's that number, and you get to. And this is sex times per year. So let me start it back out.
Yeah.
In what location
Country?
in the
Yeah,
world
specifically?
In the world.
has the most sex? And then what's the second country you think? And then
country in Europe.
what's the frequency? Right? So the real question is what's the most country? The second question is what do you think the frequency number? You can answer within a 10 radius. And for a bonus point, what is the second place?
They're trying to give them all the points.
So the most overpopulated right now is China. So do you want to go China?
You're gonna go with China?
Ooh, yeah.
I
Come
was
on, the
thinking
numbers.
Czech.
Republic.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So is that your final answer?
So which one do you want to
All
go
right.
with?
If she
got
wants
the
to go with
numbers.
China, we'll go with China. I'll go with China for you.
A lot of motherfuckers in China.
There's a lot in China.
They freaky too. 2 girls, 1 cup.
Oh my god.
Oh,
So is
that
that-
video was so proud.
Yeah. So
I'm
is
gonna
that
finish
your
my
final
drink, thank
answer?
you. Do you want to do that?
Yeah, we'll go with China.
Let's go China.
Tell me.
Incorrect.
Okay.
So
Story of their life.
for a bonus point,
You heard him?
Let's see how I feel though.
for the no
Right, exactly.
no y'all
To steal.
yeah for the second point is like y'all could tell me what do you think is the second most place. I'll reveal the answers after. Well, matter of fact, I'll give you one more chance to guess what's the most, and then we're gonna ask what you think the number is.
It's hard to figure it out in the whole world.
I know.
On the region.
Yeah.
And then I also think sometimes
But then-
when you do these surveys, it's bias. I think.
It is.
It freaks in Australia too.
Yeah.
Right?
But you know what? The
Yeah.
whole practice
They be
of Kama Sutra comes
kangaroo
from India,
fucking
so you
over
wanna
there.
do India?
And they're
We're
highly
doing India.
populated.
They're highly populated too.
We can do India.
We can do
You're
India.
right.
Let's go.
That's some
Sutra.
curry
Why
sex over there.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
That
final
shit is
answer.
spicy.
Curry sex.
Final
Yes.
answer?
Yeah,
Spicy.
we're gonna go with that.
Incorrect.
Okay.
So, before I reveal the answer, I want to give you guys a chance for the second part, the
Brazil.
frequency
That's
number.
what
They
I was
fucking in
thinking.
Brazil.
That's
We'll
what
give
I
you
was thinking.
we'll give you guys a chance to
They have
switch
like a
over,
lot of STDs.
switch over the
And they
answer.
have AIDS
Right?
and the sex
If you
trade.
got, we'll give you a chance. So, what's the number you think it is for couples a year within the 10?
Couples a year?
Yeah.
How much sex couples
in the
have?
most country, like
You
in
guys-
the most or average.
Yeah, can
Yeah.
Amber take this one because I don't get any.
365.
So I don't know.
What?
So out of the year, and we're doing couples all over the world or in the place where they have the most sex.
Yeah.
Which one?
It's it was tied into like the place they had the most sex.
Okay. How many times a year? And there are 365 days in a year, minus the sleep year BS. You think they'd have it once a day if they're really doing it like that? I don't know. But
More than once.
Some people run the red light, some people
like,
don't.
at least, you know what I mean? I'm like trying to say average. And like,
Lights, yeah.
how many do you think, Amanda? If you had to think of like what country's having the most, and then how many times average of a couple, what would you say?
Maybe 5 times a week, a 7-day week, right?
I need a total number for the year.
For the
And
year,
you,
so it's
you get to be
hundreds.
within 10.
10?
And you have 10 seconds. And then I give the guys a chance to steal. If they steal, they won because.
Because clearly.
All right, so what do you think? 365 days in a year. People are out here.
So don't do that. Let's give them 10 seconds.
250.
250, less than 365?
No, I wouldn't.
She's talking about every
I
day.
can't do this.
Piping it in. Pipe it up. Pipe it up.
I want-
Pipe it up.
Take it. I don't know.
So
I just feel like
250.
it's at least averaging once a day.
So let's get
So
a
then
number.
we're going to go with her answer then.
What's your
I think
answer?
365.
I say 250.
Listen, as a married person, I just have to say you are bugging.
What?
I
Bugging.
say 250.
I'll give you a chance.
Single people are fucking
I give you a chance.
So you give me a chance? Oh, so it's couples,
It's
not
It's
couples.
couples.
Yeah,
I
married
said
couples
couples. Oh, so
don't
then
have
two.
sex as
So
much.
Amanda.
Now,
Yo, once you get
Amanda,
married,
if you,
rap,
so I'll answer the
Like,
question
Amanda,
again.
do that.
Your
It says
answer.
couples,
Amanda, your answer.
and your
It's
answer
couples.
was 250. So God bless your heart, first of all. Second of
still
all,
too
you
much,
get to answer the
don't
question
know.
again.
But we're talking about the
They
place
just
where they have
answer
sex
again.
the most.
Yeah,
How many
yes.
chances
So,
does
like,
that-
bring it all the
You
way
guys
down.
get to put the nail in the coffin when I submit to you guys.
And, like,
If
let's say...
250 is high to
like,
him,
I'm about to say, like, 90 or something. Like, what are we doing
I
here?
would say-
Like, one something?
52
110?
weeks in a
One,
year?
yeah, do that.
110.
110.
110.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
It might as well be, like...
Incorrect.
It's a math
Okay.
equation for you.
So now,
I got it.
you guys got to answer the question, right? If you answer either one, it's both of the questions that was asked. If you answer either one, the game's over. You guys win. You guys get
But
five
as
points.
consolation prize, they got to say something nice about us.
Oh my God.
So the question was,
Thank you.
No, we know
question-
the question, bro.
They got
question was
to
where?
boost our
we
ego.
know the question.
They got to
What
boost our
country you going
ego.
with, my dude? I'm saying Brazil. I think they was getting there way too much in Brazil.
In Brazil?
Fucking the monkeys.
All right.
so
You know.
so you guys,
Does that
because you
Sex is sex. Don't matter if it's with an animal.
so the
Where
question
was
one,
taken at?
the question was one.
That was in Mexico.
Oh,
Where was
no,
taken?
Taken wasn't in Mexico.
No,
That was
Taken was
overseas.
in,
Overseas.
Yeah,
Taken
overseas.
was in Europe.
So
Oh, no. Yeah, that was in
So you
Croatia.
answered the question,
I'm thinking
so-
about,
Which country?
You
Denzel
just-
Washington's
Well, I'm right with you.
You're going with Brazil,
so
bro.
you guys got two.
You're going with Brazil for the first one.
And then so
The second one is 52 weeks in a year.
Okay.
Couples
There you go.
are lucky they're having sex twice a week.
That's a fact.
Married
horrible.
couples. Regular
I
couples.
think I'll never
Regular
get married.
I
couples.
would never get married.
Regular
to
couples
somebody.
maybe
Twice
3 and
a
4
year.
times.
Twice a-
That's a fact.
Right?
That's a fact.
But because they got to make up for the lack of sex the married couples is getting, it takes it down. You know what I'm saying? So
Mathematically,
I'm
you got
figuring
it.
it's
Go.
somewhere
The
between
quadratic equation,
52,
this is more than 10
52
seconds
weeks a
more.
year.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is like too much.
no, but
This is more than
I
10
wasn't
I'll let-
stingy with y'all seconds either.
92. Going with 92.
Is that your final answer?
That's a fun answer.
Okay, so you guys,
Oh God.
I'm gonna ask another question because you guys got the bonus point, but that won't seal the deal. That's just gonna make it 7-13. So I ask another question. But the number one place that couples have the most frequent sex, further survey, is Greece.
Figures.
The Greeks.
But the bonus question you guys do get a point for is number 2 is Brazil.
All right.
So you guys
Two
are
is
right with
Brazil.
So
we
the
need
number.
we need them to say something
No,
nice
no,
about
no.
us.
They're gonna get another question after that. So the another question, the number thing was Greece is 164 times a year,
164. You guys are like.
and Brazil,
Didn't you say 165 or something?
no,
How much was the number?
164.
So like half
And then
almost.
Brazil, she said 250.
And then you said like 90.
90.
So not the
And then
Then mom was like, "Oh my god."
Brazil,
that's so high.
no, but 250.
Right? He said bless your heart.
And what is one time? Is it one sitting?
First of all, what's the purpose of being in a
rounds?
relationship if you
I
don't
mean,
have sex
right.
like all the time?
And so then Brazil,
Exactly.
Brazil,
That's what
I
I
agree
said.
with that.
Right?
Brazil was 145.
I
So
think, like,
people in
But it's
Brazil
y'all.
have 145
Y'all
times a
stop
year.
giving it up in a relationship.
You're messing
How?
with the wrong
Things
people.
y'all do, the things y'all
You're
do to
messing
get
with the wrong
the
people.
things y'all do to get the man is
He's
not the
smart.
same things y'all do. To
Maybe I'll be pissed
I'm
off.
mad this week. You know what?
I think
you
I'm
know,
hold
y'all
it for
always
you.
mad.
that.
Y'all
I'm
always
mad this
mad.
week.
I've never had that problem.
I
and
think,
they
could
must
be
have
mad.
I
some
think
shit.
Amber would
Is
like
your
to know
vagina
who
mad?
hurt you.
So
Who's
listen,
hurting you?
we gotta bring it back.
Hurt you, bro.
Is your vagina
Hey,
mad?
hey,
Right?
I don't
too
like
much
you, but
cross
my
talking.
penis still
Hey,
does.
too much cross talking.
Let's
Let's
work it out.
let's bring it back. Let's bring it back.
Come on.
Okay, so
Let's be real here.
there's two
He's so
questions, right?
How
Two
you-
questions.
I'm mad.
It's a 2-part question, and it's one is like biology, and one is just like regular sex, right? So, during 30 minutes of sex, how many calories do you think is approximately burnt within a 10-calorie region? And the second, the black widow spider eats her mate during or after sex. How many mates a day do you think the black widow spider can do that to?
It's like 3 questions.
Yeah.
No, I was stating a
Second one
fact.
is easy.
I was stating a fact that they eat their mates after sex.
Oh, okay. I
And
thought
I
you
was-
said before or
Oh,
after. I was
okay.
like,
Yeah, but they do that. Sometimes they eat them during sex, and then sometimes they eat them after they complete sex. So the first question is no.
What else do we need y'all for?
No.
after that? I'm like,
So the question is, during 30 minutes of sex, how many calories are burned in humans? And then the biology question is, the black widow eats their sexual partner during and after sex. How many partners do you think they can do in one day?
30 minutes of sex.
ladies.
30 minutes of sex.
It's like an hour on the treadmill. If you're doing it right.
No, it's not an hour on the treadmill.
Piping it up.
Y'all
If you
ain't
piping
doing
it
all
up.
You
Pipe
talking
it up.
Olympics?
Pipe it up.
No, yo, I would go 350, but you know.
That's a lot of calories to burn in half an hour. 350.
No, I mean I do that like not even running on the treadmill, like walking.
Walking. You can do
For how
350
long?
walking for a half hour.
You
Yeah.
going uphill? You on the
I
incline?
think that's a lot of calories for a half
You gotta
hour.
be inclined.
So then,
Well,
so
I'm
what's
a-
your answer?
Well,
What's your
I'm
answer?
a runner, so walking.
Okay,
still kinda
okay.
Like,
So what's your answer? Within
for
a-
30 minutes of sex, what do you think?
I would think maybe about 150. Too low. Well, some people fuck differently, so I can't.
Yeah.
You guys got
Like
5 seconds because y'all did
sweat.
too much
Hype it up.
between.
Yeah.
Hype it up.
Oh, you gotta give him that baby boy.
You
Raised in the kitchen.
Like then you kick into
gonna make me some
overtime
tacos?
with
Hey, y'all
Like,
too much.
like,
Listen, too much side conversation. Y'all have 5 seconds to answer the
Okay.
question.
Yeah, they need the
What do
answer.
you do?
I say
250,
150.
I still say it's more than that.
Yeah, but
All right, so then you want to do 200?
Okay, let's go.
You want
for
to do
that.
2? Oh, she's so
Is that
disappointed. I don't wanna
your final
disappoint her.
answer?
Huh?
Yeah, I'm disappointed because I think it's more, but we'll go for 200.
All right, so you know what? I'm gonna
Correct. 200 on the dot for 30 minutes of sex. You guys got
So
5 points for that.
I got it.
So now
5 points?
Yeah, because
They
you know
supposed to
that
get
that's
both right.
Listen.
He said 7 points.
Yeah,
you
we
get 6 points for
confirmed. We
both.
went to the middle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh damn!
So, but y'all still up
No, y'all
13-12.
got it.
Y'all still up 13-12.
that was an easy one, bro.
What's the rest?
Y'all get another question. Y'all get another question, and then after that, it's over. So, the black widow spider. How many partners you think they can get done a day? That's only gonna give y'all an extra 2 points.
Black widow spider. I would say 1 to 2 partners a day for a black widow spider.
Spider, y'all.
It's a spider. You know how they have like 100 babies at once, I want to go for 10 partners, but you went so low.
All right. So you want to go
Y'all got to be
between?
within a 1 radius.
Murder.
Well, one
Two
standard
standard
deviation.
deviation.
Murder. It's murder.
And this answer will give you 2
You
points.
want to go with 5?
5 more seconds,
This will
guys.
give y'all the lead.
Yeah, whatever. Let's go with it.
5.
5. Incorrect. 20.
Whoa.
Yeah,
These
damn.
bitches is
Freaking-
ruthless.
8 legs.
Ruthless.
She threw all 8 legs in the air and was like,
She a big hoe. She's a murdering hoe.
She is.
I'm murderous hoe.
She's a black widow.
We still up.
Y'all still up 13-12. I'm going to ask y'all a question.
money, baby.
If y'all answer correctly, game over. If y'all don't, they get a chance to at least tie and force overtime. Right? So, the question is, every day, and this we're talking globally, there are about blank million acts of sexual intercourse a day globally. How many do you think? And you guys get to within a 5
Intercourse.
Intercourse meaning
globally.
like you gotta put
Yeah.
sun
I
in
know.
sun.
Globally.
And,
So you can be within 5 standard deviations.
5 standard
millions,
deviation.
basically.
million.
Okay.
What you think?
Globally.
Globally?
And if you
There's
guys
300 million people on the planet? How many people?
no 300 million people in USA.
USA,
There's
yeah.
billions.
There's
There's like
billions.
there's like 8 or 9 billion people in the world.
But half of those are children.
And then half of
Yeah.
them are old. You know, so but
Old people.
that's
get
why I
Right.
said
And then
millions.
there's
I didn't say in the
old people
billions. I
Old
said in
people
the
getting
millions.
it
What you think?
And there's such thing as pedophilia.
Oh, are we counting that?
You just
It's
no,
not
no,
where
no,
they
You
no,
took
no,
it
no.
dark.
We're taking
You
the
just
normal
went
question.
dark with it. Shit.
Come on, get your shit.
A lot of sex.
5 more
Get
seconds.
your shit together.
7.5 million.
Is that your final
3
answer?
million? I was gonna say 3 million.
Nah, it's higher than
Think so?
that. 7.5
Go
million.
ahead.
It's incorrect. Now, to force overtime, you guys
What's
get a
my
chance to
Get
answer
it
the
correct.
question. If not, they win, and then we
What was
just
the
I
mark?
Fuck this
say it's in the billions.
no. It's in millions.
It's
in
I definitely
millions?
said millions, and you guys got to be within a 5 standard deviation. So you could be 5 over or 5 under.
Okay. Y'all figure it out.
They ain't gonna get it.
We got like 8 seconds left.
I feel like we answered the last. I feel like it's.
And they gotta say something
All
nice
right,
about us.
so millions. I think it's in the tens of millions at least, right?
Mhm.
Because we have billions of people. What would you say if I had to pick? If we had to pick like a tens of millions a number, what would you say?
I don't know.
I'm gonna say 35.
Just guess.
Just go. Yeah, just go for it.
35.
50.
50 million.
Y'all got 5 seconds.
Higher.
5 over 5.
75.
Oh, you want to do 75?
What do you want to do? 50 or 60?
60.
60?
You're a kid.
60 your final answer?
60
Kids.
million.
I'm sad to report that the woman lost the battle of the sexes.
Oh no.
Which was
By
you-
1 point.
And they gotta say something.
Yeah.
Before I answer the question, what my thing was, you a couple questions ago thought that couples was getting it in 300 times, so I thought you would be higher in the million.
No, I just
The answer is
figured-
100 million.
Wow.
Oh, it is.
A day?
Well, I've tempered myself.
In one day of intercourse throughout the whole
Because you
globe.
said
Because
that.
you said, like, I'm thinking about where do they have sex the
Exactly.
most, and I learned my
But we
lesson
have
from
8
first.
billion
So,
people.
as-
Even if you said half of the world population
said
can't have
very
sex,
people.
that would still be
There's a
4
career.
billion.
You could be a
That'd be
porn
4
star.
Hold
billion
on.
It's a
people.
career.
As
so you
winners,
gotta-
do they gotta say something nice about us?
You gotta say something.
No,
You're
we
cool.
don't have to do anything. It's fine.
They gotta bow down and agree that men are the dominant
All right, guys.
gender.
Oh,
Thank you for partaking
Run this.
in our first
Battle of the
battle of the
sexes.
sexes. I want to say you women gave either too much credit or not enough credit. You know what I'm saying? So we got to go back to the drawing board and really evaluate how we viewing these things out there. You guys were woke as hell, so nobody missed the woke questions.
Exactly.
But now we need to talk more open dialogue about sex because I feel like our expectations
I
and
mean,
our
I don't
understanding
get
are kind
any,
of off.
so my expertise in that area is.
I feel like these surveys are not
Okay.
effective.
So
Comprehensive.
before we wrap up the show, we want to give you guys a chance again to let them know about your podcast, where they can go to follow it, how could they follow you guys and stuff like that, so we can wrap up the
Okay,
show.
well, I did the talking before.
I
so-
started following you guys on Instagram.
Oh,
yeah.
thank you, Amanda. So, essentially, I-95 Live Podcast, everything, all of our social media. So that's inclusive of Instagram, Facebook, we're on Snapchat, We're even getting like a Tumblr
Twitter.
and Twitter. Everything is at I95 Live, LIVE podcast.
Okay.
And that's every single platform.
Okay, so tell them the date and where they can go to actually listen to it.
So every Wednesday, we're live from 9 to 11 p.m. Of course, it's a podcast, so you can listen to it again. But you can actually go to pregameradionetwork.net and listen live at 9 p.m. every Wednesday. And we'll be on till 11, so if you get there a little late, no worries.
And you guys let people call in to let them know the number.
Yes, we do. What's that number again?
If you want to call into the show, you call 347-857-4302 and make sure you pressed 1 to be in the host's queue.
Correct. All right, guys. Amber and Mimi, you guys were great guests. I want to have you guys back. I know you're in Philly and you're in Brooklyn, so I appreciate you making it out here to do the show, and hopefully we can have you guys back on again.
For sure.
And you guys are welcome to our show at any time. Just,
so I'm definitely going to try to at least call in and then give my little 2 cents.
That would be wonderful.
Yes, do that. We need that.
So, Cliff, you want to hit us with something before we roll out?
I just want to thank me and Sensei for winning Battle of the Sexes. And,
thanks for representing.
The guys won Battle of the Sexes on a blessed Sunday. You think about it,
and you guys had 3 beautiful minds to work with.
You know what? I'm just feeling good about myself. That's all.
We do.
That's all.
To make you feel better.
That's all.
What about you, Amanda?
I don't have anything to say. Nothing.
What about you?
Hey, y'all, I just want to thank I95 crew for coming through. It was fun. The next Battle of the Sexes, it's going to be the same result, but you know what I'm
If he
saying?
dies. The men are
time.
taking over. All right, so I'll wrap it up saying, thank you guys for coming through. I enjoyed the show. I want to have you guys back.
Thank you for
Go
having
out there and support the I95 Live podcast. Also support Views from the Friend Zone podcast. Shameless plug.
100%.
But I also want to say I love the collaboration amongst Black creative people, Black media people, because we have to build each other up. We have to allow each other to shine on each other's platforms so that we can grow as a whole and speak the voice. Also, shout out to Alex's podcast, Love, Peace,
and Slander. Coming soon, yes.
They dropped their first episode today at 12 o'clock. We'll share that as well. Also, the boat ride.
Yes.
July 23rd or 22nd.
July 22nd. Tickets are $58, and you can hit up, if you're on Instagram, at Official Lady Steel, or you can do Allie Nicole on Facebook, or you can hit me, Mimi Griffin. It's going to be amazing. I've got the menu posted. So
I want us, if we can, to do the boat ride in Brooklyn, right? Is it coming out of Brooklyn?
It's from Brooklyn. It's right off of the R train.
So I want us to do
the
boat show if we can, because I'm definitely going to try to do the boat show.
100%.
All right, so, and like I always tell people, go out there and chase your legacy and not your liability, because your legacy lasts longer. And we out. Peace.
Views from the friend zone. I'm trying to reach the end zone. You think I'm kinda sweet and you wanna be friends though? It's cool though. Just don't try to play me for no fool, yo. Views from the friend zone. I'm trying to reach the end zone. You think I'm kinda sweet and you wanna be